Wabash County Public Library Oral History Program, interviewing Ray Dawson at his home, Route 1, Indiana State Road 524, LaGros, Indiana, Sunday afternoon, July 7th, 1974. Okay, Mr. Dawson, I'm going to ask your first question is when you were born.
Do I have to tell that too?
Yeah.
I know. I can't remember where my Sunday hat is. Well, I was born in 88.
1888.
Mm-hmm.
And what day? What date?
28th of July.
28th of July. So this coming 28th of July, you're going to be 86 years old, right?
That's what I'll be.
Yeah. What was your father's name?
Ed.
Ed. And what was your mother's name?
Jenny.
And her maiden name?
Fulton.
Fulton. And where were they from? Where was your father's family from?
Well, my father was raised down here on the farm that was born on the farm that I was born on.
Mm-hmm. Where is that located? Right here in LaGros?
Huh?
Is it located right here close?
Yeah, 2 miles west here.
2 miles west of here on the, which road?
Well, it's just a county road.
County road, yeah. And where was your mother from?
Well, she, you might say, was from about the same location, although she was born down around Rich Valley.
Rich Valley. Yeah. How many were there in your family? Brothers and sisters?
Well, yeah, I had 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Yeah. And were they older or younger than you were?
Older.
Older, yeah. Are you the only one left?
I'm the only one left.
Yeah.
I'm the old one now.
Yeah. You're the old hat now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Tell me, what's the first thing you remember when you were a kid?
I've had a hot one.
Well,
you don't even remember when you was born.
yeah, I do. I remember when I was born. Do you remember, well, let's go back. Do you remember your father's parents? Your grandparents on your father's side?
Yeah.
What,
Part of them.
yeah, what did they, what was their occupation?
Well, they was farmers.
Farmers from around here.
Hmm?
Were they from around here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did your grandpa look like on your dad's side?
Well, my grandfather, he was from around Rich Valley too, of course.
Uh-huh.
And he's from down in there. Oh, I've heard him tell the story a lot of times. You don't know anything about it, but there's a family murdered down around Rich Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget that fellow's name. But anyhow, he was the only fellow that was ever hung in the Wabash County courthouse yard.
Yeah. Did Grandpa used to tell this story?
Yeah, he used to tell it.
Yeah.
He helped dig him out from under the house, or buried him under the house.
Uh-huh.
Quite a story, but I don't remember all of it.
Yeah. What do you remember about your grandmother?
Well, no, I remember my grandmother on one side, but the other side. My grandfather was married 3 times.
3 times. Yeah. Which one do you remember? The last one he married?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they come often to see your family, your father and mother?
Well, they all lived up here at the same time.
They all lived up here at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any uncles or aunts that were in the Civil War? Your uncles that were in the Civil War?
Well, I had uncles, and one in particular that I could remember.
What was his? Do you remember his name?
Yeah, his name was Anson.
Anson.
Mm-hmm.
And his last name?
Well, his last name was Anson. His first name was John.
John Anson. Yeah. And he had been in the Civil War?
Oh, yeah.
What do you remember about him?
Oh, I remember him as a good storyteller.
Yeah.
He's just one of them congenial fellows that I always liked.
Yeah. You told me one time that he had something unusual that happened to him in the Civil War that he used to tell you children about.
I don't remember that.
About the powder burns?
Yes, he did have part high. He got as high as, I think before he died, he got as high as $12 a month pension.
Yeah. But this was for what happened to him?
Yeah. He didn't want to take that. He said, I was out there to do a job, and they were paying me.
Yeah.
But his family then got after him, made him take a pension.
Yeah.
But $12 isn't very much, you know.
Yeah. Did he have What was anything noticeable about his eyes or anything?
Well, yeah, you could tell his eyes was dim.
Yeah.
You know, back at that time, it was the old flintlock guns.
Yeah. Something blew up on him, or?
Well, it just kind of dimmed his eyes.
Yeah. And he got a $12 pension from the government for that. Yeah. I'll be damned. How about on your mother's side? Do you remember your grandmother and grandfather on your mother's side? That'd be Grandma and Grandpa Fulton.
Yeah, I remember Grandpa Fulton well enough, but now there's another question. He was married 3 times.
He was married 3 times also. Uh-huh.
Mm.
And your mother was from which marriage?
Well, she was from Fulton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the first time, or the second time, or the third time he was married?
Well, that's is it where my mother was from?
Mm-hmm.
I think the first time.
Yeah. How old did your parents live to be, Ray?
Well, I can't remember that offhand, but I know that I'm the oldest one in the family.
Yeah.
None of them lived as long as I have.
Yeah. You don't have an idea of how old your father
No,
lived?
I don't. Of course, it's a record.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah. Where are they buried?
South Wabash Matlock.
In the Matlock Cemetery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you do as a young man? Did you go to school?
Tried to.
Where did you go?
Most of the time down here in the woods, about
Well-
2 miles.
What was the name of the school?
I don't know, Dawson, I guess.
Dawson School? Yeah.
Just a one room.
Just a one room. Who was your teacher?
Well, I had several of them.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't teach very long.
Yeah.
Didn't get enough money.
Uh-huh.
The last one down here was Lynn Tyner.
Lynn Tyner? Was that a man or a woman?
Yeah, that's a man.
Yeah.
He got, I think it's $1 a day.
Mm-hmm.
He walked. He lived 2 miles out of here, and he walked 2 miles another way.
To get to school every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any particular job at school?
Yeah,
What did you have to do?
swept the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
10 cents a day.
10 cents a day. And you would have to get there before the other students?
Oh, yeah.
In the
Carry
wintertime?
in wood. I had to carry in about 5 or 6 cord wood every day.
Yeah. To make the pot-bellied stove go?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about water?
Well, we had a well,
Mm-hmm.
2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They were, I expect, I don't remember, but I imagine they'd have to be dug wells.
Mm-hmm.
That's back there, got good ways back.
What subjects did you take in school in those days?
Hmm?
What subjects did you take?
Oh, reading, writing, arithmetic.
Uh-huh.
That was the main thing.
Did you own the books, or did they have?
Yes, we owned our own books.
You bought your own books.
Yeah, but then one book was put, 4 of us, and I used the same books that my sister, she was the oldest one going to school, and I used hers.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't tear them up, we used them.
Did you have benches, or did you have desks?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Did you have a slate?
Oh, yeah.
And chalk, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the custom of the schoolman or the school lady to live with various people in the area, or?
No, they usually from the neighborhood themselves.
And what kind of training did they have to become school teachers?
Oh, about a good 8th grade, we put them on to teach. Wasn't much to teach.
Yeah.
And of course, the most of them had high school, some high school.
Now, did these teachers, did they have all the kids in one room and then teach all the subject to everybody, or how did they do it?
Yeah, just one room.
Yeah. Well, how did they teach you, though? You'd have
Well-
little kids and big kids in the same room.
Yes, but last school I went to was up here on the Doria Road, an old church.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Gillespie was, I think, my last teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he put about 3 classes up to the board. It was written exercises mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way he taught. Now, he was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good teacher.
How long did you stay in school?
I think I put in, I didn't try to get out of 8th grade. I think I put 4 years in 8th grade. I just went to school to go, well, they got tired of me. I quit one day at recess.
Yeah. Did your parents care?
Hmm?
Did the parents care?
No, Dad needed me at home. Dad was the reason I quit. He needed me at home.
Yeah. To do what?
Farm.
Yeah. And how many acres were they farming then?
Well, he had 125, and we made molasses, and that took a lot of help. That was a 24-hour-a-day job, you know.
Making what?
Molasses.
Molasses.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do that?
Oh, we had, I think it's 500 trees. They were tapped, you know, with a wooden spout we cut out of elders, and hang a bucket on there.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd have as high as, well, way over 100 gallons of water. We had to cook night and day to get rid of it.
I think you mean maple syrup, don't you? Not molasses, maple syrup.
Well, it's all the same thing.
All the same thing? Yeah. What kind of, these were all maple trees that belonged to your father?
Yeah.
Did he have any other crops?
Oh, yeah. We raised a few hogs, like the average farmer. And wasn't no big farmers then. They had a half a dozen cows, but I was always on the milk anyhow, so.
Yeah. What did you do with the milk?
Used it.
Used it yourself? Yeah. You raised corn?
Oh, yeah.
No soybeans in those days?
No, we wasn't raising soybeans back at that time.
Yeah. Did the people know about them even?
I personally doubt it.
Yeah.
I made the first soybean hay that was made in that neighborhood, and I didn't know anything about it. I had enough bean hay down there to fill 2 or 3 barns, because it just growed and growed and growed.
Yeah.
And nothing had eat it after it got it.
Yeah.
they didn't like it. Cattle didn't like it.
Yeah. How did you enjoy life on the farm? What was it like as a kid, as a child?
We really enjoyed it. We created our own entertainment.
Like what? Tell me some of the things.
Party plays, you know, Skip Maloo and Old Dan Tucker and all that stuff.
What were they, singing?
Oh, something in order of a dance.
Yeah.
No music, it was all song stuff.
Did you have anybody that played a accordion or a piano?
No.
Yeah.
No, we made our own good times.
Yeah.
And we had them.
Yeah. What was it like in your house? I mean, with your mother?
Always about like it is today. Yeah. Well, not the fanciest stuff, but then we had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother raised her own food, of course.
Yeah, she put up everything.
Yeah.
Canned everything, made her own butter, all that stuff.
Did you ever go to town?
Oh, yeah, we got town. Oh, Dad go to town once a week.
Yeah. And how would you go?
Carriage, we had a carriage.
Yeah. Single horse or?
No, 2 horses.
2 horses. And how many of you could get in the carriage?
Well, of course, we didn't all go at once, but usually about 5 of us go.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about going to town, are we talking about going to LaGros or going into Wabash?
Wabash.
In Wabash. And how would you get there? On which road?
Straight on down west.
Waterworks Road now? What's the Waterworks Road? And, of course, that was not paved in those days?
Oh, no, we forded the river.
Yeah.
I forded the river when the water would run into the buggy bed. Hold our feet up. Dad knew where to go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they had more fun. Now they got to drive 50 miles to get a good time.
Yeah.
That ain't so.
Yeah.
They could have a cleaner time at home.
Yeah.
We had parties, there'd be 45, 50 there. And just good, clean fun. That's all there is to it.
Were your parties mainly in the daytime or in the evening?
Evening.
Evening. And how did you illuminate the house in those days? How'd you light it?
Lamp.
Oil lamps?
Yeah, usually everybody had a hanging lamp then, you know, or most people did.
Yeah.
And we had good stuff to eat. Our mothers usually fixed up. Our parties would usually run 40 and 45 people. And all at home, all know one another, and we had fun. These young people don't have no fun now. Somebody has to create that for them. And we didn't have anybody to create our fun. We just made our own fun. And we had a circus.
Who were some of your friends back in those days?
Oh, everybody, I hope.
Yeah. That lived around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you remember any of their names?
Oh, yeah, but that wouldn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Because you find the most of them over there in Matlock Cemetery now.
Uh-huh.
They're about all dead.
Well, you had some sisters also. Did you have sisters at your house?
One.
Yeah, a sister, and of course.
Yeah, she was the one, the instigator to the party. She was well liked. And we had a lot of fun. More fun than I have today. We didn't need to go 50 miles to find a good time.
What age did you get married? How old were you?
Sometime between 21 and 22.
22. And where did you meet your future wife?
In the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood? At one of these?
At a party.
At a party. And what was her name?
Malott.
Malott?
Mm-hmm.
And her first name?
Nina.
Nina, yeah. And where did you get married then?
Huntington.
At Huntington? At,
hotel up there, and then they burnt the hotel down.
after you got married, they burnt the hotel down. Was that unusual to get married in a hotel in those days?
Well, I don't know. I can't remember why that was. But that's where the preacher wanted to take us.
Yeah.
He was from out south of Wabash.
Yeah.
But that's where we was married.
Where did you go on your honeymoon?
Home.
Home, yeah. And then, what, did you keep working for your father?
Yeah, well, no, I worked out them by the month.
For whom?
Well, most of the time, John Thomas.
John Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you would live, where were you living then? Where were you and
where I was born down
yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, you and your wife, you were married and you were working for
Yeah, we went housekeeping in the house that I was born in.
You went housekeeping right there. Yeah. Was your mother and dad still living?
Yeah, they were at that time.
Yeah.
But they had bought a farm just north of it, and they lived there. Thomas had bought the home place.
Yeah.
I worked for him by the month.
Yeah. How much what kind of money did you make in those days?
Oh, plenty. I got 68 cents a day.
68 cents a day. 6
I
days?
think that's about the way it figures. I got $18.50 a month.
$18.50 a month. And you were living, of course, on the home property.
Yeah, my house didn't cost anything, but at $18.50, that's what I lived on.
Yeah. What did you do with your money?
What money?
Well, $18 would have bought a lot in those days.
Not too much.
Oh, really?
Not too much. No, we used a lot of hand-me-downs, you know.
Yeah. Even after you were married?
No, not then. I was getting too much money then.
Yeah. Well, did you finally get off on your own after working for Mr. Thomas?
Yeah. I finally... Well, I didn't until I come up here. I bought this in 30. Up here.
In 1930?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, you would have been almost 45, 46 years old then?
Yeah.
Before you really got started on your own?
That's right.
Yeah.
Starting to slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought this during the Depression.
Mm-hmm. How many acres?
I bought 80 acres.
And how much an acre was it then?
Oh, I give about, I think, $35 an acre.
$35 an acre. Did you have money to put down?
No, I borrowed it.
Borrowed everything?
Well, yeah, I said did, and then the bank closed. It is going to pay for the farm. Why? So I go bank closed.
Mm-hmm.
Locked my money up for Wabash. Of course, I didn't have any money then.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And the state loan company helped me a little.
Yeah.
But we got by. Our needs wasn't very big. And we got by. Mm-hmm. Lived happy.
Yeah. Now let me review this. You went to buy the farm, and the bank that you had the money in closed.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to go borrow the down payment, right?
Closed the day I bought the farm. The day I was going to settle.
Yeah. How much money did you have in the bank?
I'm forgetting now. It's between $2,000 and $3,000. I think.
That would have paid for the farm and everything.
Yeah.
And so then you had to go borrow the money, and you...
Well, I had the loan one. Of course, the state was pretty good, and they let me keep that. Well, I got by. I met a lot of good friends.
Yeah. Were you bitter about the bank closing?
No.
Why?
Well, I put money in there because I thought them fellows was honest.
Yeah.
And they let me have the money because they thought I was honest.
Yeah.
So why raise the dickens about it?
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I tried to talk them out of putting it in court to settle the time. Right out there in the road. Two fellows wouldn't know how much money I'd put in to get some money out. And I said, "Who you getting?" He says, "Frank Todd from Indianapolis."
Who?
Frank Todd.
Frank Todd, the lawyer?
Yeah. And I happened to have a dime in my pocket. I says, "I put this dime back." Because Frank Todd ain't going to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, there was no use getting mad about it.
Yeah.
But,
maybe that's why you've lived a long time. You never got too mad.
not till the other day.
Yeah.
At
86.
Yeah. Well, things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Now that farm over there belonged to this. It was 125 acres there.
Mm-hmm.
And the son-in-law of the old lady that I bought this off of come down here and said, "I want to sell you some more ground." I said, his name was Bonywitz, Darrell Bonywitz. I said, "Now, Darrell, you got sense enough?" No, I couldn't do it. I had a long sickness from death. I said, "This is it." I said, "He got money." And well, he said, "Who said anything about money?" And he offered me 125 acres for $1,250.
What year was this?
Well, it was about 4 years after about this.
Uh-huh. About 1934, 1935?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And just imagine, though, and that thing, I think that thing sold for $13,000.
Yeah.
It sounded real well. I sold that fellow right there gave me. Well, I thought I had it figured $1,000 an acre, but I didn't quite on that. But down north of me, they paid me $1,000 an acre.
For your land?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same land you bought for $35?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just shows you how things have changed.
Yeah. You could have bought that farm, 125 acres, for $1,200.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, when here you are right in the dead end of depression, and how the heck are you making ends meet?
I don't.
No, those days. In
I get by.
In the 1930s.
It's the only one. I'm just one fellow, you know.
Yeah, I mean in the 1930s, how did you get by?
Well, we know how to do it then.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it now.
Yeah.
We had finally got up to 400 or 500 hens.
Mm-hmm.
Had 3 or 4 cows.
Mm-hmm.
2 hogs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I sold them the first bunch of hogs, I think at, I believe, 8 cents.
8 cents a pound? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very high.
Mm-hmm.
But we could go to town and buy a pair of shoes for $3 too.
Mm-hmm.
So things level out. If you give them a chance, the only way things are now. Our trouble today is we've got too damn many politicians that's rich.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether I'll even go and vote.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, what's the use? You're voting for a liar.
Yeah.
I can remember there when Nixon, that is on television. Biggest landslide in the world or this country had ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at it.
Yeah.
Talking about impeaching him,
Yeah.
which I might go do it too.
Yeah. What? Let's go back to your Depression days. Were you a Republican?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What did you think when Roosevelt came in 1933?
Well, Roosevelt had some good points.
What were they for the farmer?
Well, he brought us out of the Depression pretty smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
He locked the banks up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't let anybody get panicky,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just what we needed.
Mm-hmm. Did you think that helped at that time?
Yeah, sure it helped.
Yeah.
Sure it helped.
Yeah. Did your farm prices start going up then?
Well, eventually, yes.
Did they?
When people got settled down, got to working, of course, it didn't take from $1 to $3 or anything like that. But then
Mm-hmm.
we didn't need it. We didn't know, but I didn't have a. Yes, I did. I had a car at that time too. I guess it was an old Ford.
Yeah.
But I don't think people are any happier than was then.
Yeah.
You know, I have time to do a lot of thinking. I don't believe that happiness is in possession. I think happiness is getting possession honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get happiness. After you get what you want to. That's been my motto in life, clear through.
Mm-hmm. Did you have children, Ray?
No.
No children. Did Mrs. Dawson, she was a regular farm wife then, and did the canning and...
Yeah, she was a sister to Zeno Malak, you know him, of course.
Zeno?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Just talked to him this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How is he? Pretty good?
Good health. Good health.
And he's taking on some much fat.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't do nothing.
Yeah. Well, he's 82, isn't he?
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah.
He's, I think a year younger than I am.
Yeah. 85?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His next birthday will be 85, and mine will be 86.
Yeah.
I believe that's where we were on.
What, anything funny or tragic ever happened here on the farm the years that you were out here?
Yeah, nothing as funny at the time.
Yeah.
Odd things do happen.
Like?
Well, anything can happen.
Tell me about the telephone lines that would go down in the wintertime, and what would you do?
Do it out if you. So I should get somebody to fix it. I talked across the garden fence for a year.
How did that work?
Oh, not bad. About as good as the thing did before it broke down.
Yeah. You would run out and tie the telephone line to your fence?
Well, yeah, I tied it together and couldn't get the repairman out.
So you just tied both ends to the fence and used the fence as the telephone line?
Used the garden fence.
Yeah. How much was telephone in those days?
$1, I think.
Yeah. Was that the old crank telephone?
Hmm.
What kind of farm equipment did you have back in the days you were farming?
Team of horses and walking plow.
Yeah.
Or not anything very fancy. We didn't have riding tools like that time.
Yeah.
Didn't need them.
Did you have fancy horses at all? Were these?
We had good horses.
Were these Belgians or just regular work?
We had Belgians.
Did you have Belgians?
Mm.
Where would you buy your horses?
Well, I usually raised them.
Raised them yourself?
One time I got up I think I had 11 head.
Of Belgians?
Yeah, mostly Belgians. But that was too many horses.
Mm-hmm.
I myself couldn't work 11 head of horses.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't try to. I'd raise them and sell them to Bottle Talbot or somebody like that. You get a shipper.
How much would a good horse sell for in those days?
Oh, for my veterans, you get around $225 to $50.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a good Belgian, a full-blooded, does that run different.
Mm-hmm.
3 to 500, 600.
Did you have any full-blooded?
Yeah, but she didn't do me any good.
Why?
Well, she quit having colts just the year I bought her. Wilbur Thomas owned her, and I had a team of geldings, just common geldings, and they were good. No better than them. And I wanted that gelding mare to start in Belgium. Well, it was there in the year of the show down here at Wabash, and she'd raised if I remember right, the champion colt for the last 3 years at the horse show. And he stopped her in and says, you want that mare? And I said, yeah. I'll take you 2 tails for 1. Okay. She never did have another colt.
You got stung, and
Oh, yeah, well, I worked her. He said, you can't work her. And of course, I'd worked her for a good many years then. I said, you watch me. And I did work her. I used a club on her. And I worked her. But I had to carry my club all the time.
let me end part 1. I've just about covered your life, do you think?
Yep.
How about World War II on the farm?
Sure, boy, too.
No, World War II.
Oh, well, boy. Well, I didn't quite get there.
You missed it, huh?
Just missed it, and that was all.
That was World War I you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, true.
Yeah.
We were too old then.
How was it on the farm during World War II?
Oh, about like any war.
Yeah. Prices go up?
Some.
Yeah.
It was nothing wild like they are now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get 60 cents for a hog, or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Things are clear out of reason, I think. In my book, they're out of reason.
When did you quit farming?
When I got too old.
How old was that?
I worked 13 years in industry.
Where?
Celotex and Andrews, Cabinet.
Yeah. After, then you just part-time farm then, or?
Well, I done a little farming when I was at Andrews. But at Celotex, I didn't.
Did you get any kind of a pension or Social Security then?
No, not at that time.
Yeah. But do you now?
Yeah, I get some.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah. Well,
you can't strike for more.
Yeah. Well, looking back now, do you remember your first automobile?
Oh, yeah.
What kind was it?
Ford.
What year?
18.
And Model T.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Paid cash?
Huh?
Did you pay cash for it?
Pay tax.
Cash. Did you pay?
Oh, no. Didn't have any intention of buying one.
Yeah.
Never thought about it. Joe Renner, I don't know you know.
Joe Renner?
Uh-huh.
What?
His brother ran a shoe store, and he sold cars, and he stopped in one day, and he said, well, I want to sell you an automobile. I said, I bet you do. But I'm not about to buy one. Oh, he said, I don't care whether you take it or not. He said, we got it sold, 180 of my head.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yes, but I got to have the name. Go ahead. That's all you want. I couldn't hardly wait till the thing got here. I'd have bought a litter of them. I believe around $600.
$600?
That'd be good.
Did you have the $600 cash?
No. I had a wheat crop that was about took care of it.
You had what?
Wheat crop,
That took care of the car?
just about.
You remember the first telephone?
Well, yeah, that was back folks had telephone.
That first time?
Mm-hmm.
Or they had one as long as you can remember?
Oh, about so, yeah.
Do you remember seeing your first airplane?
Ever seen one?
No. Do you remember seeing the first one? The first one you saw?
No.
No, you don't.
I thought they were crazy anyhow.
It didn't make much of an impression then.
Yeah.
Did you join the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah, that's fighting word. You better not mention that. No, of course I didn't.
Why?
Why, there's no sense to it.
Yeah. Didn't they ask you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, my best friend. They joined it. And well, we wanted to join the Ku Klux Klan. We had them for Sunday dinner.
Mm-hmm. Who was that?
Well, I forget. I don't know what they're giving. They came home with us from church.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, I don't believe in it. And, well, she said, we just think that if you don't join it, you're not a good American. I said, now wait a minute. There's the door. We've been friends all of our lives. Don't never say that again. Well, she didn't, of course, and we remained good friends. But that's the attitude they took, A lot of people did. But that was the worst thing at that time that ever happened to the country.
Mm-hmm.
Still happening.
Yeah. Was the Ku Klux Klan, to your knowledge, was it pretty active? Was it active, the Ku Klux Klan?
Well, I didn't. You mean have connection with it?
Well, were they around and made their presence known?
Oh, no, they ride the horseback,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't make fun of them.
Yeah. But you never joined?
No,
Yeah.
You bet I didn't.
What did your wife think?
Well, she's just like I was.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't think anything of me either.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the early things that happened to this country that should never happen.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think it happened?
Because we've got a bunch of asses, I didn't.
In the Ku Klux Klan? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Did you ever think you'd live this long?
No.
Huh?
Only way I never give it much thought, but no.
Yeah. Here you are, 86 years old.
And I'm so much older than anybody else in my family lived. I didn't expect it. And today, I'm done. I'm ready to quit anytime.
Are you?
Yep.
You don't feel bad about it?
No. That's why I don't quit stealing off of me.
I notice you still chew tobacco.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that since I was 17 years old.
Yeah. You enjoy it?
Sure.
Yeah. You use a plug or snuff?
Used to use plug.
Yeah. What do you chew now?
Oh, anything looks like tobacco.
Yeah. Did you ever smoke?
Not heavy.
What, cigarettes or?
Oh, no. Pipe.
Pipe?
Not, I could never smoke and work.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening when I'd come in, well, I'd pick up my old pipe sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't do any smoking anymore at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I just do, it's a pastime.
Do you remember your first radio?
No. I don't believe I do.
The radio didn't make an impression on you?
Not for a long while. We couldn't afford one.
Yeah.
And we had those talking machines, They weren't radios. They were just talking machines. Well, my neighbor up, or an uncle of mine had up here on Dirt Pike, make his own records, disc records. I'd give anything for that machine, but I never got it.
Yeah.
I've tried it. He'd make, he'd throw parties, and play them new records, make them right there in my room. That's the reason I say they enjoyed themselves.
Do you get lonesome?
Yes. Well, I have to say I do. I used to say I don't. But when I do, I just jump in the car and maybe drive around through Wabash, never stop. Back home.
Yeah. Did you ever drink?
Oh, no. You bet I didn't.
Why?
Well, I don't believe in it.
Did you belong to temperance or anything? Did you belong to any temperance societies or anything?
Oh, we used to belong to the Edward Church. I've been there for so long, I don't suppose I belong there anymore.
Yeah. Why did you quit going to church?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that. Outside of it, I was working 7 days a week. I expect it had as much to do with it. I worked a lot of hours. And, of course, now then, I've been back in, I was married in 1911, and I've been a bachelor over half the time. So you see, I've done a lot of bachelor.
When did your wife die?
First wife in 34.
Yeah.
And I bachelor for about 18 years, something like that. Married again. We were married for 10 years, I think. 10 or 11. She died. Since then, I've been traveling along with myself.
Hey, you still got all your hair. I mean...
part of it.
Yeah, good part of it.
Yeah.
Does the church ever call on you and say, where are you? Or?
Oh, not so much anymore.
Yeah.
They've got plenty. They know where I'm at. I think that there's just as many Christians out of the church as there is in. It depends what you call a Christian.
So you don't miss it, and they don't miss you, you think?
That's right. I think that's right. I taught a Sunday school class like that for 25 years, something like that. That is, I taught for, I think, about 15 years, study every Sunday. And then I was substitute for about 15. So I put in a lot of time down there.
How's your health?
Well, the doctor fired me out of the office and said, you get out of here and go home.
Yeah.
He couldn't find anything on me, Dr. Rao.
Yeah.
He pushed that. He asked me, I don't know what he's trying to find. He stripped me off and laid me on the table, and he just pounded the daylights out of me. And He said, finally said, well, how old are you? Well, I said, if you'd let me live 3 weeks, just about this time of year, I said, I'll be a year older. And my brother, I said, what are you going to do with me? He just pounded my guts. I think he's looking for cancer, probably. And finally he said, well, you get out of here. He said, I can't find a thing wrong with you. And you get out. I doctored myself so long, I know some of the things as well as the doctor did.
What are some of your home remedies?
Well, I don't know. I had just good common sense. I know when my first wife died, she was sick here in this room, and I had Dr. Pearson, Bill. And Bill, he got too much sense, especially when he's drinking. I'd follow him out every day, and I said, Bill, is that cancer? Nope, no cancer, no cancer. I said it is. Nope. Well, it went on that way till finally I got a hold of Lester Amy. And I called him and I told him I'd like to friend him out, and he said, well, I'd just love to, but I can't because you got a doctor. I said, he just now went over the hill. He don't know it, but he's done. And he was here for 30 minutes because he's an old friend of ours, And when he left, I said, well, what do you say? He said, well, I don't. So I go home and read up. That was Dr. Lester. That's the way he found things out. And I waited till he got over the hill. And then I called the hospital and told the superintendent down there, I said, my wife, I'm going to send my wife in, which wasn't very hard because I was supposed to be done with a doctor. But the Rose Divine was the best they ever had. And Ramey told me, he said, that done me more good than anything that could happen. That's what I wanted to do when I got there. But my first trip, I hated to do it. And she died there then. Yep. So I don't fool around with Dr. Burgoy. Rao asked me the other day, I was down there. Well, you know, how long it's been since you've been here? And, oh, I said, I expect a year. He went and looked, I said, it's been 3 years, too. No, I'm not bragging on that, because I think I probably should go for a checkup. Well, to the right doctor.
Do you read much?
Read.
Read?
What I can. My eyes are bad, getting bad. I want to go to an eye doctor, but I'm getting pretty old for it. I can read some the bigger print.
Do you watch television?
Some, not too much.
What do you like to watch?
Oh, Blood and Thunder and such stuff as that. These love stories, I don't like them at all. They haven't got any good plays on now. I like the one Marshall Dillon. She's fine as that. They ended good and they had taught a lesson. But their pictures now don't teach you anything. They ain't no lesson to them.
Do you ever remember going to the movies when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go?
Eagles.
And what was this in the talkie days or before the talkies?
Boxing.
Before the talking pictures or silent movies or?
Perhaps anyone that. No. They had talking. Yeah.
They had talkies?
Yeah. I used to go to old Eagles, where pennies are now.
That's a Colonial, I think.
Yeah.
Colonial, not the Eagles.
Yeah, well, there was a name before Colonial, too, and I think it was Eagles.
Yeah. Do you remember Harder's Opera House?
Hardy, that's what I was thinking.
You're thinking about Harder's Opera House?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
You used to go there?
Oh, yeah.
And what would you see, vaudeville? Would you see stage vaudeville shows?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually stage show, whatever they call it that.
Yeah.
Vaudeville, I believe.
Yeah. Do you remember any of them that stuck out in your mind, that made an impression on you?
No.
None at all?
Just entertainment.
Just entertainment, yeah. Anything else you think we ought to talk about, or?
No, I think we've said too much now.
Said too much. Yeah.
Uh,
Do you ever think you'd live this long?
no. Well, the fact of the matter, never give it a thought.
Yeah.
But if other people leave me alone with their troubles,
Yeah.
I think that maybe I'd get a few years in yet.
Yeah. Do other people tell you their troubles?
Oh, yes. To me, just like I am with them. They have to listen.
Mm-hmm. Good.
But you take trouble thieving and lying. Not down there. I don't want any part of it. No part of it.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
And the funny part, I'll tell you a little more to that story of thieving. Every time he steals something, he leaves some of the same. Now, the other day he stole the battery off my tractor.
Mm-hmm.
It was a new battery. Well, he left me an old battered up thing. There's no count. He stole my 5-ton jack.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good jack. Took it right there from the door.
Mm-hmm.
Right there by the door. And he left me an old jack with no count. And he does that everything. I put my hand on something in the shop a while ago. I forget what it was. White horse clippers.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a good pair. I took good care of them, put them in cellophane sacks, you know, so they wouldn't rust. Well, he left a pair. Didn't look anything like mine. Oh, people are funny.
Yeah.
But he'll get caught.
Well, Ray, I want to thank you for taking your time today. It's been a beautiful afternoon here, sitting here talking, and thanks again.
Well, I haven't told you anything but the truth. That's for sure.
You don't have any secrets you want to tell me before we sign off, Dave?
Any what?
Secrets.
Lord, no, I don't have any secrets. Things to do with them, get rid of them as soon as you can.
Yeah.
No secrets.
Do you have any close relatives living?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, Over McKinley and his wife, Fred Landers and his wife, and I've got a lot of relations, Ford Fulton, and I've got a lot of relations, cousins, nephews.
Mm-hmm.
Ford, of course, he's a Fulton, and or cousin, and he's
Who's this?
Ford Fulton.
Ford Fulton? Yeah.
Out north of town, you know him, of course. And I think he's 91, I believe.
Do you see him very often?
Not as often as I'd like to. He married a woman, and they spend a lot of time up around Warsaw, or Warsaw, the lake up there. And they got a tabernacle up there, and she likes to go to that. He likes to go fishing. But we don't see much of one of those as we used to, of course.
Good. Well, again, thanks for your time, Ray.